Hi, it's time to learn again. Of course, every topic is special. We have a special topic to treat today, and sincerely, it is very special because we're not just going to be looking at it from the angle of pronunciation. We also want to see how this concept, syllabic consonant, is tested in our examinations. So quickly, what do we call syllabic consonant? Of course, I remain your teacher, Olasunkanmi, Opeifa. So what is a syllabic consonant? Let's get at it. What makes a syllabic consonant? Before I show you my definition, you must have known that a vowel sound can stand as a syllable. For instance, the word examination. You can see the E up there is standing on its own, and you can cut it there. However, you've not seen a consonant sound standing alone as a syllable. Yes, those ones that can stand alone are called syllabic consonant, and there are three of them. We are going to get to them in this class. So let's take a definition down. A syllabic consonant is that consonant that behaves like a coda, a vowel sound, and stands on its own as a consonant, as a syllable rather. It stands on its own as a syllable. You want to see some examples? All right, let's get to the class now. What are the types of syllabic consonant that we have? The first one, the very popular one, is the alveolar lateral. It stands alveolar lateral. We are going to be getting the pronunciation later. We have the alveolar nasal, and finally we have the bilabial nasal. Now listen to the pronunciations of this one quickly.
Oh,
All right, welcome back to class. Now you've heard the pronunciation. Alveolar lateral is L, alveolar nasal N, and bilabial nasal So let's move on quickly with some examples that we have. How are they pronounced and how are they used in words? I think you want to see that too. So examples in words. Now we're going to have, let me just drop all of them before we use the artificial intelligence to pronounce some of this. Now, all these words now stand on their own. So at this point, I'm going to pause this video and you are going to listen to how each word here is pronounced.
Battle, battle, battle. Dimple, dimple, dimple. Shackle, shackle, shackle. Button, button, button. Sudden, sudden, sudden. Often, often, often. Bottom, bottom, bottom. Rhythm, rhythm, rhythm.
All right, you are welcome back. Now, these words now, as you've learned it, are pronounced the way it is pronounced. I'm going to try with one or two of them. You can hear battle, dimple, shackle, button, sudden, often, button, and rhythm. Of course, you could hear the fast one, the slow one, and the very slow one, so that you can learn your pronunciation. However, where we are really going is how these ones are tested in exams. So let's see one of the ways where some of these things are tested in our examinations. Now, to test you in the exams, we have two factors. We consider the silent sounds and clustering. So let's see the silent ones quickly. In exam, you could be given a word like autumn, and this particular here, the M and the N are underlined. Now you need to note that the N is silent. Now the factor is this: anytime N comes in company of M and the N comes last, the N is silent. So when you have an example like this, you should be sure that you are not looking for N sound anymore. You are looking for this. So we have autumn, we have column, we have condemn, we have damn, we have him, and we have solemn. So there is nothing like solemn. No, the N is silent. That's for the silent sound. So please watch out and don't let that one confuse you. It can be a bait. Now, another factor is clustering. Now, the factor you need to consider here is this: anytime STLE come together in a spelling or in a word, the T is silent. Now, the L becomes a syllabic consonant. However, because the examiners want to know whether you have the understanding of clustering, the idea of it being a syllabic consonant is done away with, and S and L in sound will become a cluster. Okay, so when you are tested, what the examiner is looking for is whether you know that this is silent or not. Okay, and then you can know that this is clustering. Don't worry, we are going to show you a live example there now. So quickly, let's move on to some of the examples where S, T, L, E are present and then they are silent. I'm not going to pronounce them. Of course, very soon, all these words now will be pronounced for
whistle, 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 pestle, 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 throstle, 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 apostle, 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 epistle, 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 thistle, 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 nestle, 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 wrestle, wrestle, wrestle.
All right, welcome back. Yes, I think I also learned that too. That it's not whistle, it is whistle. It is not pestle, it is pestle, then trussle, apostle, epistle, thistle, nestle, and wrestle. So I think we need to get to the, yes, I think we are there now finally, how they are tested in our examinations. Now let's look at it this way now. The word wrestle is given here. Now what the examiners want to know is where if you know that the T is silent and the cluster we have is S and L, the S and the L. Now, which one do you think is the right answer? Of course, you're telling me that yes, Bok is wrong. Of course, yoke is wrong. So we have 50-50 left now, right? So where do we pick our answer? Now, don't be confused. This is hostile. The T is pronounced. Okay, so what we have here is tussle. Now, the T may not be present here, but the sound, it has exactly the same sound here in the same order. So our answer here is this. Now, let's move on to this one too. Here is what we also have cluster here too. Button, button, button. Now, we have him. Of course, remember, this is silent. So the N is silent. It's not even to be considered. The same thing happens here. Okay, it's not to be considered. Now we have these two options. You will tell me that yes, sound N is here. However, it is not in a clustering form as we have T and N here. So we are looking for the one with this sound. So curtain is the right option. Let's say curtain is the right option for us here. Now finally, let's move on to this one on this slide. Button, button. Now, thimble has the sound M. However, it does not have it in the same clustering form as we have it here. So don't be confused. That is not the answer. I mean, these are the things the examiners just put as a bait to catch you. Okay. Now we have atom here. Of course, this becomes the correct answer. Flynn, of course, no. Team, of course, no. So we say no to all this, and then this is the correct option here. I believe you've gotten that perfectly. And finally, let's move on to this way how it could be tested too. You could be asked to choose from the options here, and then the sound will be produced, okay, or will be given, not in the word. It will be given like this. So L, of course, it is silent in all of them except D. So bustle is the right option. Then, okay, you will agree with me that okay, this is very tricky. Anytime N and G or N and K come together rather, the sound we have there is this one, is velar, the velar sound, the velar nasal sound, this particular sound. So the only place we have it present is bitten. In one of our videos, please kindly watch out for it. We are going to be treating this sound properly and where the sounds, the condition that can produce or realize this sound. I believe you've learned one or two things in this class. In case you have any question, please kindly drop your question in the comment section. And in case you want to take a test on this video we just did now, check in the description box there. You are going to see a link. Click on the link and you're going to have your answer in real time. Till we meet again, Keep connecting and keep learning English language.